happy August. It is a new month, which means I have new books I am planning to read for August. So I am so excited for some back porch weekend reading, getting some sunshine. It's what I absolutely love about the summer. And this month, I have picked some books that have been on my TBR list for far too long. I have prioritized other books. Some were worth it, some were not. But this month, I have finally picked some up that I've wanted to read for a while, some even a couple of years that I just never got to. So let's dive into that list. The first book on my list is American Royals by Katharine McGee. Now, this is one that I have actually wanted to read ever since it came out, and I've just never picked it up. And the whole premise of this book is about royal family and what it would be like if America had a royal family. Now, I am already obsessed with anything royal family, the real royal family. I like shows, books, movies, even the ones that are so far-fetched. I still really enjoy them, maybe because it feels super foreign in America, but I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to get into this book. This book seems like it dives into the heir and the spare mentality, in that the heir to the throne is always the one who receives the focus, while the spare, which is like the sibling of the person who will take over the throne, only ever gets attention if they're doing something wrong. And it causes them to feel like there's always a microscope on them unless they're doing something good. It's this whole like psychological thing, but this book doesn't really get into that aspect of it, but it's kind of based on that. And there are two siblings, it seems like they're twins, and the heir to the throne is the sister, the older sister, and then she has a brother who is kind of the spare, and it seems like they both fall in love with someone they shouldn't. Drama ensues, and I don't need any more information. I'm in. The next book on my list is Beatride by Emily Henry. You already know that book lovers changed me. I didn't even have any interest in romances until I read and loved that one. So of course I had to add Emily Henry to my August to be read list, and I decided on Beatride. Beatride is another romance, and it's about a romance writer and a literary fiction writer who have kind of fallen out of their groove and aren't really enjoying writing, or they're stuck in a rut. And somehow, some way, they devise a plan for each other, a challenge, to write in each other's genres and see if it will pull them out of that literary rut. The next book on my list is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. Now, this one hasn't been out super long, but it's been on my list ever since it came out, and it's actually not something I usually go for. I don't normally pick up like mysteries or thrillers or anything like that. But this one came in as a request from a viewer, so of course I have to read it. It was something I already was intrigued by, so there's no better time to get into it, and I don't really know much about it. From what I looked up, it says it's a locked door mystery based in a Paris apartment in which every resident has something to hide. Come on, that sounds fantastic. I am so excited to get into that. So if you are also interested in that book, be on the lookout because I'll definitely have a review coming for that. The next book on my list is Counterfeit by Kristen Chen, and I have seen this one pop up on TikTok and Instagram, and this one sounded so cute to me. I actually decided on this one after seeing it on Reese Witherspoon's book club website, and somewhere along the way I saw that this is a good pick for anyone who enjoyed Crazy Rich Asians, which I actually really liked that book. I thought it was super funny, so if this is anything like that, I know that I'll love it. I looked this up on Goodreads. It says, Counterfeit is an entertaining story about two former college roommates who reconnect after 20 years to run a counterfeit luxury handbag enterprise. I already have so many questions. I can't wait to get into that. Next up on my list is Normal People by Sally Rooney. Now, this is one that I have gone back and forth on so many times. And I think it's because this one is so divided on BookTube that I just wasn't sure if I'm gonna like it. I'm still kind of not sure, but I figure it is time for me to give it a try. And it's just one of those things. People either really like it or they don't, and I feel like that's the case with the majority of her books. And I will add that this would actually be my first ever book by Sally Rooney. I know that she has some others that are maybe more popular or more liked than this one. There's one of hers that I think is even going to become a movie pretty soon, but I haven't read any of those others. Of course, you know that I will report back and tell you what I think. I did some Googling on this one and came across an article that talks about the themes identified in this book. And let's just say that that is what sold me. I didn't want to get too much information about the book and spoil it for myself. I actually kind of prefer to really not know much backstory about it, because then I don't have super high expectations going into it and then I don't feel disappointed after. But the themes identified were love, inexperience, and emotional intensity. That sounds really intense. And to have all of those combined, I feel like I haven't really heard that before. So I am super excited to see what that means for our characters. It sounds so deep and I am here for it. And last but not least, I'm going to have one surprise book. That will be my book of the month pick for August. And it's a surprise because I don't know what the picks are yet. But there are some fantastic books coming out in August, like Carrie Soto and from Taylor Jenkins Reid, and there are a couple of others. I'm not sure if they're going to have those available, but I'm super hopeful that I'll be able to get my hands on something that's a new release, or if not, something that I know will be fantastic. So of course I will share more about that with you once I've picked my book, read it, and I will give you a review. I am just so excited to dive into some of these books, which I've wanted to read for a while, but have, for some reason or another, prioritized something else. I'm just so excited to finally give some new authors a try and check these off my list. Of course, I have linked my Goodreads down below so that you can see what I'm currently reading and to see my most up-to-date reviews. And I have also included a link to Book of the Month Club. In case you were interested in signing up, you can use my code down below to sign up at a discounted price. And it helps me get a new book as well, which I would really appreciate. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!